how important are emotions and creativity in the path of yoga, but also teaching yoga, becoming an entrepreneur with yoga? Because there are two different things. One thing is the practice of yoga. For the practice itself, I think both are important. And the other thing is for the work as a yoga teacher, right?
How important are the emotions, you say?
Emotions and creativity, yes.
They are, let me think about. It's like one is the food for the other. I would say,
All
we
right.
put it this way.
Yes, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, certainly.
So if you're creating positive, good emotions in your life, I think it will create the difference, the way you express yourself, and
Mhm.
the creativity you put in whatever you're doing.
And the practice of yoga can help us create that quality of positive emotions and energy that we can bring in there
Absolutely.
in anything that we
Yeah.
create.
Yeah.
And talking about that, I mean, we have been practicing sound yoga and, creating these workshops together. You have helped me wonderfully to facilitate the workshop to your students also. Um, what makes sound, the practice of sound yoga, for a difference in the quality of experience in the practice of yoga? What has you witnessed? How has been that for yourself?
What I experienced, it was, I felt like there was a deeper level of connection um, with the world around. I mean,
Mhm.
my students really enjoyed the moment, and they felt what yoga always, we always say about yoga, it's unity. So it's like they experienced unity and the beauty of the present moment. This is what I could see in their eyes, in their expressions, and how joyful they felt after the class. And even during the class, they were just saying, oh, this is just a way to pamper ourselves from time to time. It's beautiful.
I'm so glad to hear that. I find always the work with sound as a, when you walk in nature, we were talking about that before. You walk in the forest, you walk on the sea, you are connecting to all the senses, right? Everything that comes to you. One of the things that you experience all the time is not only the sensation, the skin of the wind, the air, but also the sounds of nature when you're in the sea or in the forest. And I think working with a handpan uh, creates such a combination of vibrations and sounds that pass through you. I mean, that's my experience by playing the instrument. And for me, it's just a wonderful thing to know that even when we work with the instrument and the sound online using this modern technology, still the vibration can go so well and come in a
So
powerful,
deep.
beautiful way. Yes, right.
It
Um,
is, yeah, very deep. Yeah,
mhm.
it felt like so. It felt like even during the visualization as well, it was so powerful that just combining the two things, the visualization, is just a power of image combined with the sound. It created
Mhm.
like a beautiful way of, I wouldn't say escape, but it's just fully experience, fully uh, enjoy that experience.
Mhm. It's an immersive way of storytelling that connect to your senses. And normally storytelling can come as a imagination and it helps visualization. Most meditation practices, the most modern ones are using imagination, to help us visualization, to help us connect to some emotions or feelings. But when you use body awareness, connect body movement, and also connect sound, vibration, some emotions, and it becomes even more powerful, more alive, more vivid. Um, I think it's just a wonderful thing. Um,
Mm-mm.
which brings me to the next question, which is how do you find the experience, because you have been practicing together, I mean, you and me, preparing the workshops and the sessions, and also you have been in the immersive experience co-facilitating for a group of people, and you can you see the difference between the individual experience of sound and practice and the collective effort combined with sound and practice? Do you find there a difference? Is something new that you have experienced there?
It's more about, of course, you are sharing the experience with other people, and it's like it's kind of enhancing the experience.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's like more powerful. I don't
Is
know,
it
because you're creating like a field of energy altogether.
right? This is always something that we heard a lot, and I think it's also part of the teaching of yoga too. Maybe you can share something about the importance of the collective effort in the present moment. Does it help to come to a group practice, or it is enough for us just to have a smart application, a video for yoga teacher practice by ourselves at home? What's the difference?
Well, if you have the choice, I think I would recommend more going for a collective experience, because then it depends also on your time, like the period of your life. If you feel like more an intimate kind of state you want to experience, mm, you're more for a introspective um,
Mhm.
moment, then of course you can enjoy the experience by yourself. Otherwise, I would also go for a collective, like a group class, and to share that experience. I think, like it's more powerful.
Yeah, I have
And
heard that many times too. Mhm.
yeah, and to share a bit of my own experience with the yoga, just with yoga, my own practice. I practice every day. I don't go to a studio because it's been a long time. I don't have a studio close by, so I just practice by myself. But every time I go and I have the chance to go to a workshop away from home, or even to join a single class, like a drop-in class somewhere, it's totally, you know, it's different. And I'm not saying well, it is powerful.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Um, I remember starting with the courses of meditation and enjoying the solo practice. And then the trainers tell me, well, when we practice together, that collective intention powers up the field and it's helpful. And I was under, yeah, that's true. But also, if people is lousy doing the practice, you also have to deal with that, right?
Yeah.
So I was just looking at it. And later on, practicing yoga, martial arts, for me was always the same question, okay, it's nice to practice with a lot of people, it's powerful, but if we have collective intention that's really aligned, and I have two lousy practitioners but I end up realizing that these two lousy practitioners, and sometimes myself feeling not in the mood to practice, still going to the studio, still going to the martial art practice, so I was one of them for sometimes too. Um, they become a mirror of yourself in those moments in which you really do things without being fully present or without processing something that is blocking you in the practice. And you need so much compassion for yourself, self love, at the same time, understanding and connection with the collective. And if we think ourselves about society, this is my thinking at the moment. The weak link, the person that is next to us that's in a stage in the journey that doesn't feel so powerful right now but have a tremendous potential future, um, integrating the people in the powerful collective journey of success, of development, of abundance, it's so important because that people will become another person tomorrow. Progress is a question of little steps, the same as in yoga. And we all pass through those moments in which we learn to feel the need of the willpower, the need of the discipline, the focus, and understand how does it work, that inner mechanic, right? So my original judgment is, it doesn't feel good because I want to have like this powerful thing only with people that do practice well, became more of oh, come on, this is what we are, humans, right?
Yeah.
So it's a practice also of compassion and learning about our own nature. Um, Later on, I will hear from other trainers, very, very specific, working in dances together, for example, conscious movements, that the collective effort, it doesn't matter which level each person is, will bring by really a powerful wave of energy that will empower everybody as a group. So I certainly believe and trust that participating in a collective is extremely important, but also having time to dedicate to your own practice.
Yeah. A combination of both.
Yeah,
Because time by yourself, it helps you to process what you experienced also in the collective set.
yeah, you need to review your work, right? Do you have a diary for your yoga practice where you make notes about what you have learned?
Usually yes, because I also meditate and I have my regular practice of meditation, so I do keep a diary for that, just to analyze and observe what's going on in my life, just to be aware of
Yeah.
the the situation.
Yes, sure. I think journal or diary is so useful. There are some moments in the practice of yoga that are so wonderful that are outcome of the practice itself. Like tiny windows of time, you practice for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, and suddenly, wow, you reach that state in your body, everything is coordinated, and you get some insights and clarity about yourself. It's that precious moment. And I like the idea of having a journal there, recording with a video, say, okay, that's how I feel now, and just making a message for my future self in those moments in which probably I don't feel in that way, and just can read it. Oh, I was there. It was not difficult. I just needed 20, 40 minutes of practice. Maybe I do it again, you know? So,
And yeah,
yeah,
and how good it works. Sometimes you feel like really lives, like you said, it's all the bad thoughts in your mind, and it just clears all the bad thoughts, and you suddenly are a different person.
that's totally true. Wonderful.